ain't even got stuff hooked up. I hit the wrong button.
Betty.
Wrap it upside down. Like it's doing that. There we go.
Hmm.
Oh, this is going. Everybody else is going to say, "What the hell is he doing?"
I'm saying, what the hell are you doing?
Buddy,
What?
quit it.
Sit down. Get your chewing. Sit down. Okay.
There. I think that's good enough.
Okay, well,
Both chairs.
I haven't found this yet. Nope.
I'll say I want to wipe the camera lens off. You guys are getting behind the scenes stuff.
It's probably your ugly belly.
I do this before we go live, but I accidentally hit the wrong button. How about that? That looks good, don't it?
Haven't found us yet, but yeah. Betty. Goodness. He'll be right back, Betty. Better be right back. What? Betty. Better be right back. Come here. Come here. Come here. Daddy went inside, so Betty's not happy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Daddy'll be back in a minute. He went to get you some cookies. Ah. Yeah. He went to get you some cookies. There's your chewy. Sit down there and eat your chewy. Hey, y'all. We kind of got a rough start today. Yeah. Okay, like I said, we was on too soon and upside down and you name it. Hey, Mark, Carol, Elizabeth. Hey, Mark, Carol.
Turn your phone down.
Okay. Yeah. I turned my phone down and yeah, got my phone turned down. Anyhow, gonna be one of those days, guys. I can tell it from right from the get go. Do you want up here? You can get up here. Yeah, you can get up here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's being good. Yeah. Buddy's been out of sorts all week and he's just getting back to himself. And so I ain't doing a whole lot about making him mind because I was, I was so glad he was back to normal, back to being himself. Because for a while there, I wasn't sure. He was traumatized when he got his hair cut this time, and I said that was last Thursday, and it took until today to get him back to normal. So I haven't been yelling at him a whole lot about being Have. So I said I know his barking is annoying, but let's see. Hey, Cindy, Jerry Bell, Rich A. Oh, 70 in Pennsylvania. Wow. They really got a breeze going there. I guess it is fall. And I forget that being down here. I forget that it's fall up north. And, as much as I love the fall colors. I love the all the oranges and the golds and the browns and all. But and the weather until it gets too cold. But I forget sometimes it's even, it's almost September. Chicago, 72 degrees. Hey, Laura. Rosemary O'Brien says, hi, everybody. And Carol Apostolus. And Barbara Ebner says, hello, all. Okay. Oh, God. My phone's getting pitiful. Wrestler says, hi, all. Just popping in. We are trying to do more painting at the boys' new house. Not going to be able to moderate today. Have a great stream. Well, that's great, Wrestler. I'm glad he's got his house. Get it all fixed up. Plus, I know he enjoys your help. And Carol says, hi, buddy. And Joan says, hi, Skip and Sue. And little buddy, like I said, he's upset because Daddy went inside and left him out here. So, and Skip says he's my dog, but y'all can hear. Wait. Just wait until they sit down. Okay. Somewhere in the sentence says, hi, y'all, and little buddy. Barbara Ebner says, nice and cool in the east. Yeah, that's, like I said, I forget sometimes that it's getting fall weather because, it's, 90, 95 here, something like that. It's warm. And so I just forget that it's even that late in the year. Let's see. Denise Kill says she's recovering from foot surgery. Looking forward to some socialization. Well, yeah, I'll bet. I said, I don't know how long you've had to stay off your feet, but they said I went through that a couple of years ago and had surgery on my knee and my ankle, and so couldn't do too much anything. So I know what that's like. I said the only company I had was Skipper, and I don't think we had Buddy at that time, did we? When I had my leg worked on.
We don't have Buddy now. He tells us what to do.
Well, but I don't think we had a dog at that time, so. But
credit.
But yeah, I wanted to get out and do things. William says it's amazing that Cracker Barrel kept Skip as their logo.
What, the old fogey?
That was close. Yeah.
The old southern redneck?
Yeah. William, you crack us up. You know that.
Is it just me? Or what?
You got cookies. You know that.
Are these so-called college idiots just get dumber by the day? Why would you take the logo from a business that's been around for I don't even know how long and say, oh, we're going to change it? Well, she changed her mind about that real quick. Something like 12% drop in the stock, and I don't even know what all went on there. I don't want to pretend that I know what's going on there, but all I know is she came on TV last night and says, I've been listening to you. She said, I heard you. She said, so we're not doing away with the logo. That still doesn't tell me, though, whether they're going to do away with the interior.
And in a long place, they've already done that. They've already painted and Well,
they need to put it back.
Yeah.
And leave it alone.
And probably the painting wouldn't have been so bad because some of those boards look a little crusty anyhow. But yeah, leave the antique stuff up there because people like that. Yeah, people really like enjoying.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah.
The only reason why she's trying to change all that is she's not from our generation, and yet my generation is the one who's going there.
Well, it only makes sense to want to.
It's just like here, right? When we first come here, all the bands played the 50s music. They all did. Because that was a generation. Now you come down here and you're hearing
70s and 80s.
Well, and a little bit of 50s, but you can feel the changing happening.
Yeah. They said they had 12 new bands started this month. Yeah. I haven't heard any of them, but I've heard that they're pretty good.
By the way,
they're playing
one of our members, Brad Shea, we talked about him, I think, last week, about him having a U-Haul truck sitting down here or something with all this stuff in it. He said it was already in his driveway. I was thinking of it this morning because I know what he's gone through. All of us that's moved here know what he's gone through. He woke up probably with a garage full of crap because the truck's probably unloaded, and now they're going through the boxes, and she's probably looking at it going, "Why did I bring that? or I don't know where to put that. Set that over there. You know, this is going to be all the. And sometime today, or maybe yesterday, buddy, come here. She's going to have to go to the grocery store, buy food, because they don't have any.
Right.
And then sometime between now and time to get their boxes undone, they'll have to go around and find a doctor, get their stuff in place. You know, buying the house is when the work starts.
Yeah, and Kathy B says pumpkin spice is everywhere here.
What is it?
Pumpkin spice. Yeah, they're
I don't
ready
like
for
pumpkin
fall.
spice. I'm probably a weird guy out there. I don't like pumpkin spice anything. I don't even care for pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind the pumpkin spice, but there's one thing that they put in it that I don't like, and it's not the pumpkin pie spice. It's something else that they put in. I think it starts with a T, but that kind of throws it off to me. But yeah, it's that time of year.
It starts with a P.
T.
A T.
A T.
Want me to start throwing words at you?
No, because you don't know that many spices.
Yeah.
Rosemary Laptop says, hi, folks. Kyle Reed says, hi, Skip and Sue. It's cool in Ohio. Yeah, I've heard that cool front's going through there. It's not affecting us. I said, over the weekend, we had got down in the 80s, but it's back up in the 90s now, so. But
No,
I heard that.
I just checked in there. It's not 90s out here. It's still in the 80s right now.
Okay, it depends on what you look at.
Well, that temperature thing is in the lanai. That's the temperature in the lanai, not outside.
Okay. But anyhow, it's still warm here. And yeah,
One up here?
Denise, no, not Denise. Lori is wishing you a speedy recovery. I do too, because I know how that feels. Denise, yeah. I know how that feels, and I say it's terrible when you have to be stuck inside and the sun's shining. Rosemary Laptop says, I saw a sign that said the weather went from 90 to 65, kind of like it saw a trooper. It sure fits what it's like here in the Toronto area. Yeah, kind of.
Went to 65 here?
It went from 90 to 65 in Toronto.
Oh. The other day, it was cool at night. We had something front or something come through. It was like in the 90s during the day, and I came out here about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and it almost felt chilly.
I know. Yeah. I was walking Buddy one night.
But I don't know what the temperature was, because I mean, if it was 70, it could have felt chilly to me.
Well, as I said, I was walking Buddy with the wind and everything. I said, I thought it felt chilly. I came in and looked at the temperature. It was like 84. I thought, no. Yes, and Cookie Monster is ready for his treat. Yeah. That's what I said. He knows Skip was going in to get cookies. And Darrison says he loves the classic Cracker Barrel. I think most people do. Well, I'm pretty sure, since they give him a really hard time about changing it. Not only the insides, in which people could put up with the updates on the inside, but by changing that logo and just taking the farmer off of it, it made it pretty bland.
Well, I don't like the idea of them changing things. People in our generation don't like change anyway.
Yeah, you don't like change. I know that.
But the thing that I worry about more than anything is what's really Cracker Barrel known for, really? What are they really known for? If you have to think about it, you got to be kidding me. It's a restaurant. What are they known for?
Oh, well, yeah, that's what it is. It's a restaurant.
They're known for their food. Good Lord.
But
if they're going to change the logo, how do you know they're going to change things in that kitchen?
Well, they better change.
A guy had a thing on an email the other day. I don't know if it's true or not. He said they've already changed. Now they're using frozen biscuits. They're not making them fresh. There's
a lot of places doing that now. Panera Bread's doing the same thing. They're not making fresh bread anymore. They're bringing it in frozen. So,
Well, I've always said in the villages anyway, and I'm not joking. It's not a pun. It's an actual fact. If it don't come off the Cisco truck here in the villages, you're not going to get it to eat. And Panera Bread's improving it again. They can bring that frozen bread in off a Cisco truck.
Yeah. Kevin Case, 70 degrees in the fort, high of 75. Beautiful day. Yeah, that does sound like beautiful weather up there. He's in Fort Wayne. A nutmeg. That's what it is, Barbara. And it didn't start with a T, did it?
Oh, you're going to say, how do you spell?
I couldn't think of it, but I knew there was just one part of it, because the rest of the pumpkin spice doesn't bother me. There was something else that they put in there, and it was nutmeg. And I did not like that at all.
I don't like it because they put cinnamon in it.
Well, Like I said, I like cinnamon, but
I don't care for that much. I like my cinnamon sparingly.
mm,
I have a cinnamon bun with a cinnamon roasted, posted pumpkin something something.
Jerry says pumpkin pie. Is that something new, Skip?
I don't like it. My mom used to make it. My grandma made it all the time. I mean, they made it out. They started with the pumpkin. They made real pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
and I'd eat it about half of a slice, a little sliver of it. It's just a bunch of spicy mush. I just don't care for it.
Oh, you're impossible. Let's see. Laura says she likes pumpkin muffins, but not a fan of pumpkin pie.
See, I would try pumpkin muffins. I would do that.
Or pumpkin bread. You've eaten pumpkin bread.
I would do that.
Yeah.
By the way, the last zucchini bread you made was disgusting. What did you put in it? It's not the same.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not the same. But I made a boo-boo, and I know it. It's edible.
How many times have I said in my thoughts, just don't mess with my food? That's all I ask. Don't mess with my food. And my zucchini bread, I eat the shit out of it. Eat it all the time. And then what'd you do with it? You messed with it. So it got thrown out.
No, it didn't. It's in the fridge.
Well, I'm not eating it.
Well, you don't have to.
Or you ain't going to eat it either.
Somebody else lives in this house.
You ain't going to eat it either because it's going to have too much sugar or too much this or too much of that.
I'll eat a bite at a time.
No, she won't. She says she will, but I'm here to tell you she won't.
Yeah. But, when up north, the big thing, it wasn't necessarily pumpkin pie. It was sugar cream pie.
Oh, was it?
Sugar cream pie.
Whatever happened to pumpkin rolls? Them years. Nobody talks about pumpkin rolls anymore.
Well, because they've messed around with the insides. And they
I should have told Jean last time I was up there, make me some pumpkin rolls. She makes pretty good pumpkin rolls.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we had a mix that had come from Cracker Barrel, actually. A mix of the pumpkin roll stuff. And the inside that they made was just basically icing. And where with the pumpkin roll, it's not all icing. So it's not that sweet.
It's like a cream cheese or something.
Yeah. And I said that with the cream cheese in it, not so bad. But like plain icing, it was a little bit too much. Oh, and somewhere in the sun says, Skip, you mean you didn't like Frisch's special pumpkin pie?
No, I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't give a damn whose name's on it. I don't like it.
Okay. Ooh, pumpkin pie, yes, please. That was Darrison. He likes pumpkin pie.
Who?
A lot of people do. Darrison Hanger.
Well, I don't say anything bad about it. It's just it's a textural thing.
Yeah.
I don't like soggy bread. So you're not going to see me get sandwiches that they say au jus on it, dipped in au jus. I'm not going to get it because I don't like soggy bread.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, that's you. I said, I don't think anything that ain't messy isn't good. Barbara Ebner says, hope she still lets people still park overnight at Cracker Barrel. Me too, because that's one of the places I felt fairly safe at.
What'd she say about it?
She hopes that they still let you park overnight at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I asked. I called.
Oh, did you?
Yep. I called the Cracker Barrel not too far from here and asked him about it. I said, with this new CEO you got? And he said, yeah. He said, what can I help you with? He's laughing at me. I said, well, I'm just curious. He said, I got an RV channel. People are asking, are we still going to be allowed to park with the RV overnight and everything else? He said, that's going to be left up to each and every store's manager. He said, but here, yes, I'm not changing that.
Yeah. Well, and it always was the managers that decided that, because some of them don't because they don't have the parking. I understand that.
How many Cracker Barrels have we actually been to? They didn't have parking back there. I can think of one. It was in I think, Panama City. We went in there. We even called and asked them actually first. And they said, well, we do have parking, but when you get there, it's at the hotel across the street.
Yeah, there was something
I forget where that was at, but we decided, let's just go on down the road.
Yeah. Let's see. Carol Apostol says currently 85 here in the Villages. Yes. Like I knew it was getting up there, but like I said, before we get done, it'll be in the 90s.
It might be.
Mark Ryan says, any thoughts on installing a whole house surge protector on the electrical panel, not the one installed on the meter by the power company?
Well, why wouldn't you not put it there? Because that's all the power that comes into the house. Starts right there.
Well, I said,
I have surge protectors everywhere, just so you know, because I'm always protecting my studio in there because there's a lot of sensitive equipment in there. It doesn't take much. And so I probably, just in my studio, I probably got 4 different surge protectors for that room for different things. We have a whole house surge protector installed at the meter. And I'm thinking like TV in the living room, there's a surge protector on that TV. That long plug-in thing, that's a surge protector.
Yeah.
And I don't think we got one in the bedroom. Who cares? That's a $200 TV.
Well, now he's asking any thoughts on installing a whole house surge protector on the electrical panel, not the one installed on the meter by the power company. The power company put the one on the meter.
Yeah, but that's where all the electric starts. It goes from that meter to that electrical panel. So I would think he'd want to get it before it even got in the house.
Oh, okay.
Because the guy down the road got struck, and it burned up his electrical panel, remember? And his house insurance would not pay for it.
Yeah, well, last week, that whole block up there was out of power because lightning hit something.
I got several things here that kind of help us a little bit. One is I got a portable generator that's in the garage, suitcase type. Don't get them other types; they're too damn noisy. And then I also got an RV that's got a big generator on it. If push comes to shove, I can bring it over here and plug stuff into it. I've got 2 portable power stations. Those are, what are you rolling your eyes for?
I did.
That's what I have, 2 portable power stations. And we use them in the house. You can plug your TV into them. You can charge your phone in. Really, if you keep your phone charged, and maybe one to plug the refrigerator in to keep the food, if you don't know how long you're going to be out of electricity. That's really all you need. As long as the phone's charged, you really have everything on the phone anymore. You got TV, you got television, we can watch the news.
Weather forecast.
You can get a hold of your kids, whatever. And so, and the portable generators that I've got and the portable power stations that I got, we're good for months, really.
If they work, yeah. Brad Shea says, hi, Skip and Sue. Great to be back in the villages watching Porch Settin. By the way, I'm fully clothed.
The other day, Jose and I were running around, and he wanted to stop by his house and give him a free bag of coffee beans. That's welcome, to the villages. And we went up knocking on the door because I have a camera that's going to surprise him. Oh. Nobody answered. So I said, well, let's get out of here. Somebody next door is going to think we're here robbing the place or something. So we go back out in the truck, and then Jose started pointing and turned around, and there we must have got him up. He probably went to bed when he got here. And he's standing out there in his flower beds in a house coat. And I says, you look like a crazy old man running around out here naked. The neighbor's going to call the police on you. Get in the house. And he kept talking to Jose, and finally I told him, I says, quit talking to him. He'll never leave.
Okay, let's see.
By the way, I got that video. I'll be doing it sooner or later. It'll be on Patreon first, so.
William wants to know, what's your take on the bank changing hands?
Well, funny thing, I was in there working on a video on that. There's a lot about the bank. You have to watch the video. It'll be on Patreon, I think Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but wait a minute, I have to think about it. I got so many videos going out, I don't even know what day it is. But anyway, it's going out. And it talks about the lawyers. It's talking about the reorganization of lawyers that's been assigned here by the government. The villages has hired reorganization lawyers also. And the thing that I just find totally intriguing, and it's probably got something to do with the legalities of the bankruptcy, be my guess, is how many people got hundreds of thousands of dollars the day before the bankruptcy was filed. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure why that is, but I guess maybe it's a way of preventing future lawsuits. These doctors and things, by the way, let me just say the doctor, I'm going to say Ty, you'll see it on the video. He's the guy that got the $200,000 right before they filed bankruptcy. I don't know if I got it in the video. I don't think I did, but I've been still doing some research. He is also the head of the hedge fund for the villages. So he manages their money. And how all that works, I'm not sure. You may want to do investigations there. So he's not just with the medical thing. He is deep in the village's pockets.
Okay. Cindy G said it took a while, but I think Buddy finally got you trained. Like I said, we're so glad that he's back to normal.
Yeah, because our first about 3 days, man, he has not been right.
No. And
he was on my lap yesterday and was just sitting there shaking.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out what the heck's the matter with him. He was never like that. You know, Buddy's always been a pain in the ass, but that's our Buddy. That's the way he is. Right now, I think Sue's got a slipper laying in there on the floor where he done been in the closet.
That's normal dog, you know.
Last night, I said, what's he been into? She said, nothing. He's just been in the bathroom. I said, no, his mustache is all messed up, so I know he's been into something.
He was in the trash can. No, but my fault. I should have had it emptied. No. Patrick says, I'm considering starting a business installing whole house surge protection on panels in the villages. I bet it would do okay. Well,
how much did they charge us to for the company to put one on the electric box? Because that's going to be his competition.
Oh, it was actually free for to install it, and then it's like a $5.95 charge a month.
$6 a month, man. That's going to be your competition.
But like I said, because I had called them after an ad or something, the installation was free.
The way it's going to work with insurance, if there's a problem, if there's a problem, anything from that meter box out is going to be the electric company's problem. Anything from that meter in the house is a homeowner's problem. And you're wanting to put it on the fuse box that's inside the home, that means you're going to have to notify your electric company, your insurance company, and if something does happen, they're going to bow out and say, nothing we can do about it. We didn't install that.
Yeah. Somewhere in the sign says restaurants should focus on food quality. All have gone down so much and prices just go up. It's sad. It is. And everybody runs to the new places because you're wanting better food. It's not only the novelty of a new place, but you're thinking all these places we've been going to has been going downhill. So we're hoping the new one is better. And so far it has been. But
well, I can tell you, Portillo's down there, I think it'll be okay. Listen, it's just when I give you my opinion, that's all it is my opinion. It's a madhouse down there.
Yeah, there's
just
a lot
a madhouse.
Yeah.
When I say a madhouse, I mean there's nowhere to sit. It was like in between classes at school, high school. I mean, that's the way it was. And people were all sitting outside. It was full.
And Monday, Harry and the Natives opened at Lake Oklahoma.
Well, that'll be another madhouse.
And the paper had pictures showing the line out the door, waiting for them to open all the way down the porch. So for a while, it's going to be, going to be a trial again.
I just don't go to openings at all. I didn't go to Costco's opening. By the way, I have been to Costco now. By the way, I do have a Costco card that I didn't even know I had.
And I got back. I got back my $40. They give you $40 if you register and get their card. They send you an email and give you a $40 benefit for that. So what I paid for, half of that is they give it back to use in the store. But that's okay.
I'll probably never use it.
Yeah, well, you probably won't.
Only reason why I got it is because Jose made me. He said, you must have sent him an email.
Jose twisted your arm, yeah.
You sent him an email about the Costco card, saying he's got one there? I think you did, because he told me. I didn't even know.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I told him to tell you that they wouldn't give me your card because you got to get your picture taken.
Yeah, so I told him, I said, I forget it. I don't want the card. I said, I'll never come back here again. I don't want the card. He said, well, you better get it over here. We can get it. I said, I don't want to get it, man. I said, I'm never going to come in here. I'm never going to buy anything. I don't want the card. He said, we can't go until you get it because Sue sent me this thing. We argued about it. We're standing there arguing about it.
Thank you, Jose.
So we finally get up to the guy, and he said, what can I help you with? I said, well, I guess I'm here to pick up a card. He goes, what's the name? And I told him my name. He's looking on the computer, and he goes, he said, would that be under anybody else's name? I said, no, that's my name. And he says, I have a Skip. Yeah, that's me, but that's not my name. So anyway, we get that straightened out. And then he's wanting to know, just make sure that I'm who I'm supposed to be. He said, give me your phone number. So I gave him the phone number. And he goes, I said, here, try this number. This is why I hate going to stores and picking stuff up. I never know what she's told them. I don't know what information's on there. Yeah. And then, so anyway, got all that done. Then it was supposed to go over to the side over here where they could take your picture. Well, it's like the license branch. There was a line there because people was just walking up like, I don't know, they texted them in a store somewhere, said, hey, come and get your picture. So finally got that done, and then it seems to me that then there was a problem getting the picture to transfer from that machine to a card. Finally got it and got out of there, and I told Jose, boy, I'm glad I got all that out of the way. I said, I'll probably never come back again, but gee,
Yeah, well, you should have been outside in the heat. standing
There was a
to get the
line out
card.
there at the tables, and I said, well, if you can do that inside the store where it's air conditioned, I mean, why are they standing out here? He goes, well, because they don't know.
Well, and to get the card, you had to stand out there because that's what they was doing out there.
You couldn't do that
To
inside?
sign up, no. I said, I stood outside.
Oh.
And that's why, when they asked me, Skip, I just said Skip. I didn't give them your name because, like you said, you're not ever going to use it. But they did give you 2 cards, so I went ahead and got it. But they wouldn't give it to me until you got your picture taken. So.
And then the other thing, I watched Jose check out because we bought a case of beer. By the way, a case of beer there is kind of a better deal because you don't get 24 bottles, you get 28 bottles in a case. And he says, you want to go half with me on this case? I said, sure. I said, but you got to buy it because I'm not a member. If you're not a member, you got to have a card to be able to check out, And I don't know all the processes. I mean, he took his card out, put it back in the billfold, got a credit card out. I'm looking at this going, do we work here?
You'd had to put the card in the slot anyhow. But Liza, that's why I think they're kind of behind the times because Sam's has a scan and go, and I love that. I don't have to stand in line at the cash register. And you don't have to stand in line for somebody to check your receipt when you go out anymore. They've got a kind of an archway that's electronic in it, and it scans and tells you, So it's a lot easier. So I have heard that Costco's looking into it. But, it just is so much easier to me. I can go through the whole store and not have to stand in line. Because I don't like self-checkout.
Denise Kills is recovering from foot surgery?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Denise, I don't know today, everything's different today. My memory goes back 30 years ago, 40 years ago and stuff. My mom had spurs on the heel of her foot, and she wanted them taken off. And a doctor up there, a foot doctor, told her up there, we don't operate on the foot unless we necessarily have to, because all the nerves in the body goes down to your foot. And he said, if we cut into your foot, it could affect other parts of your body. He said, we don't understand. Remember him telling her that?
Yeah.
She said, well, what am I going to do? She said, it's getting so painful, I can't even hardly walk. And she had to get orthopedic shoes. And somehow on the heel, they cut an area out where that spur's at. And that's what she wore until really the day she died.
Yeah.
So.
But, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah,
so
I know.
They do things different now, so.
Just like neck surgery and shoulder surgery. Remember Dad having that harness that went around his neck and a big heavy bag on the door, and they wanted him to stretch his neck out.
And I think they still do that.
They do?
Yeah, if you have anything wrong, it keeps it from actually being compacted or whatever.
What do you guys think about all this medical stuff anymore? Like down here, going bankrupt and half the doctors here, and I'm just going to tell you how it is. You can take it the way you want it. Half the doctors here, you can't pronounce her last name. I don't know. I mean, I'm here going on 11 years, and I'm on my 4th doctor. 4th. That's the village's health system. They sign a 2-year contract with them, they're gone. Some mean a year, they're gone. And every time they go, you got to get another doctor. And because you can't get your medicine or your pills until your new doctor. And we're going through this right now. Again, I got to go see this doctor because I can't get a prescription sent in for my pills.
No, I have got it taken care of. They just sent it to the wrong pharmacy.
Oh.
Other than that.
What difference does it make what pharmacy?
Because you get yours mail order.
Oh.
And you don't pay for them.
No.
You go to the pharmacy, it's going to cost you. But they've got both down, but they just set I don't know if they set the prescription to both or what, but I got a thing from Walgreens this morning said that they had your RX. Do you want me to fill it? So.
I don't even know what RX is. If you ever die, I'm screwed. If you die, I'm screwed.
I know. I keep telling you that. You don't listen. I've tried to make everything automatic, but you could.
I swear to God, I'm going to sell the house, put the money in the bank, and go live in a camper. I swear to God, I am.
Well, that's not going to make it any easier.
At least I know what I'm doing.
Well,
this is paid for, and I've just paid so much a night to park in the campground.
Yeah, that's true.
I couldn't go to Fort Wayne and park in my son's. Well, he don't have a driveway.
His driveway is like this. You couldn't park there.
Oh.
Rosemary Laptop says Cracker Barrel said they were changing the menu, adding more plant-based items. Sounds sort of vegan to me.
Who's that?
I'm glad.
Who is?
Cracker Barrel. They're going to add some more plant-based items.
So they're going to change the menu.
But that doesn't mean they're taking away what they've got.
Listen, we already know they're going to frozen biscuits.
Yeah.
Those are going to suck. I have never had nothing frozen that if it's very, very hot, they're not too bad. But as soon as they cool off, they're like a brick.
Yeah. Well, usually when they're like a brick, if they nuke them.
That's what they do anyway.
Yeah. Somebody, Kyle Reed says Harry and the natives have no freezer. So,
No freezer.
No freezer. So their food has to be fresh.
Yeah, that's what they tell
Spoiled.
you. That's what they tell you. I don't believe a bit of it. None of it. There's no way a restaurant can operate that way. What are you going to do? Just have a special today until we run out?
Don't know.
Nah, I don't believe that at all. Who told you that? I want to know. Who told you they didn't have a freezer? Because I'm going to investigate it. I'm going to find somebody that works there, and I'm going to find out.
Oh, and Jerry's making fun of you because you're saying pumpkin. It's pumpkin.
It's pumpkin.
I know. We used to go to a festival up in Indiana, and they did pumpkin chunkin'.
Pumpkin chunkin'.
I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it was fun.
It's one of them hillbilly things.
Yeah, one of those hillbilly things.
There was one guy showed up with an air gun. You put the pumpkin inside this big long bazooka-looking thing, and then I don't know how they worked it, but they pumped air into this thing, hit the thing, and poof, shoot that pumpkin down half a mile down the road. Yeah, we used to take the kids to the pumpkin festival every year, and we took the grandkids, and that's where they had the cornfield maze. And believe it or not, you get lost in that because you can't see anything. Yeah. Then they had the pumpkin field to pick a pumpkin, and they had, well, I went there for the food. Yeah. Pumpkin rolls. The last one we went to with Dalton, it had a little roller coaster, but it's not like you would know it as a roller coaster. This is the kind of roller coaster that a 4-year-old could ride, but it's as cute as could be. And I like the zip line. Yeah, they had a zip line for kids. You had to climb up this stack of bales of hay way up there. They had to climb up there, and then they got in this rope, and I think they just hung on to the rope. I think. Yeah. And then it went all the way down to the other side, and it was really cute. But they, they have a lot of stuff at those places, and the kids just love it. It's gobbledygook, but they just love it. Well, it gives the parents a break. You can sit there and drink your pumpkin spice coffee and go, "Where's Junior at?" Oh, he's climbing the hay over here trying to get up to that. Yeah, didn't they have little pedal race cars for little kids? Because then I think you raced Dalton. I thought they were tricycles. Well, maybe that's what it was. It was 3 wheels, but they were big tricycles. Yeah, but we always had a ball. I miss that. I do. I miss the festivals, period. Up north, the festivals, especially in Indiana, there was Covered Bridge Festival and the New Earth Festival. And just every time you turn around, there's a festival in the fall. And I just loved them. And I might go see them this year. Barbara Ebner says she liked the little shopping area in Cracker Barrel. I did too, because, and I never bought a whole lot of stuff there. That's a woman place. They had different stuff than what you find in other places. How come they don't sell tools? How come they don't sell tools there? Power tools. The Cracker Barrel. Well, I don't know. I'm saying why, but yeah. Well, that would attract men. Yeah. I used to go over there years ago, and I don't know if they still got them or not. Remember them little mind-boggling puzzles they had? Would be like 2 nails were bent in a certain way, and you had to figure out how to untwist them to get them apart. Things like I used to go over there and get them things to mess with them because I thought they were fun. The little golf thing that sets a table, how to jump, have one left. Somebody said that they changed the peg thing. But they didn't change the game. They changed the wording on the front of it. Yeah, they don't like that one word where it says you're just totally stupid. So they're going to change it. Like nobody ever cared anyway. Nobody ever read that. But I played that game so much that I know 3 ways to beat it, to have one left. Yeah. I even know one way where you start with the empty hole, and the one peg you have left is in that empty hole that was empty when you started. I know how to do that. I don't know much, but I know that. And Carolyn Apostles says, yes, Harry and the Natives has no freezer and no microwave, only fresh food. We'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, we'll see. Especially when the opening day comes and they can't cook that shit fast enough. Yeah. Well, and Anne Marie says she's with you on the soggy bread thing. It's disgusting for me. Sue will come home from... I've wrote off some of these hamburger places here because of the sloppy way they're putting these things together. Actually, of all the hamburgers I've had, and I've had quite a few, that's probably my favorite go-to sandwich. Wendy's was always my favorite. Just the way it was. It was just really great when it came out. Here lately, one over here, was it Trailwinds?
Porch Settin.
That's the one you go to? I told her, just don't go there anymore. It's just disgusting. I opened the bag up and look at that. Buns are all crumbled up. Half the stuff's laying in the bottom of the bag. It's just, it's like they threw it in there, picked it up off the floor and threw it in there. And
Yeah.
I just told her, just don't even go in there anymore.
Let's see. And everybody's having a problem with Cracker Barrel's food now because it has went downhill from what it used to be.
What has?
The food at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I don't know. When we travel, we've stopped at a lot of Cracker Barrels. Yeah. I usually have breakfast there, though. I have to admit, it's
and you did eat their fried chicken.
Yeah, they have a fried chicken night, and it's 2 chicken breasts, I think. I can't remember what night that is. And I don't even know if I still have it anymore. But their chicken was pretty good. Sue's had the shrimp dinner, I think, a time or two. You said that was pretty good.
Yeah, and I said they have a vegetable plate that I like. You get 4 different vegetables, which that's a meal to me. And so I like that idea because nobody else offers that. So, if they're putting extra bacon on the menu, no problem with me.
And I don't eat biscuits there at all. It ain't just there anywhere. I don't eat biscuits.
They did have good biscuits.
But I like their cornbread. And nobody's mentioned anything about cornbread. Are we going to mess with that? We're going to leave it alone? Are we buying that frozen too?
We'll see. And the Barbara says the same thing. She liked Cracker Barrel store, but their food not so much. So, and I said normally we do breakfast there because if we stay overnight.
Peppermint sticks.
Yeah, and the peppermint sticks.
I got to get those when I leave.
Yeah, if we stay overnight in their parking lot, we feel like we're obligated to have a meal in there. So let's see. Darrison wants to know if anybody here is excited about college football season. Well, there are a lot of people that are, and like I said, tomorrow, Friday, I think, is the 29th, is the last day of the College Collars Festival.
College what?
College Collars.
I mean, like this? College collars?
Collars.
Collars?
Collars.
Collars.
You know what I mean. I don't know where the paper went to. I had a piece of paper here. Because the College Color Day Festival, each alumni from each college, they for charity, they collect money and canned goods for the food pantries and what have you. And I had a paper here that said how much they've collected so far. Tomorrow's the last day that you can contribute. You can contribute money to any of the Citizens First banks. The food, you'd have to check with the alumni and see where you get the food. But Friday's their big ending, and they'll tell you exactly how much money they got and how much food that they've got. The food thing goes in pounds, how many pounds of food. But everybody wears their college colors. There's orange, there's red, there's burgundy, there's, everybody's got a color for their college. And they have some festivities that they have. It's 2 to 8 in Lake Scepter Landing. And I said this year they're going to have a golf cart brigade. So I'm assuming they're going to have a parade with the golf carts. But then they have other things. The colleges themselves, they have their own little group, and they set up certain, what is that thing where you pitch a bean bag in a hole? What they call
I've never put my bean bag in any hole.
You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name of it now. But anyhow, they have a lot of little games that they play within the colleges there. So if you'd like to help out your college team or what have you, give them a donation or.
I'll tell you this: in the wintertime when the snowbirds are here, and there's a college football game or something going on, do not go to Gators in Brownwood.
Well, there's a lot of places like that. McCall's used to be the same way.
I don't go everywhere. I just go here. And
country.
I'm telling you, that Gators in Brownwood, you can hear it a block away, man. It is packed with people. They got their collars on, they got their hats on, and they're in there drinking beer. And what is it, like 44 TVs in there, and they got the games on. And
as I said, there's several places around here, and there's certain teams that's where they go for the ball game.
Yeah.
And I said, it is, I know it's fun for them. if
Oh
you're
yeah,
just going in for lunch, it's
they're
kind
having
of
a
a
ball.
problem. But
They're living their best retirement life down there, man.
yeah, yeah.
It's just like the Gators here. Florida people, and I will say this: Florida people are really, really supportive of the Gators football.
Yeah.
I mean, Craig Morrison, he's one. He's big on it. They buy the seasonal tickets. They watch every game. They walk around if there's a game today. If they can't go to the game, they're wearing a Gator T-shirt. I mean,
Well, there's the
you'll see
paper
cars
right
going
there.
down the highway. I mean, hundreds of cars with the Gator flag stuck up on top of it.
Yeah.
It's just like Texas. Texas really supports the Texas flag. I kind of like that.
Well, as of today, I found my paper. I was actually holding it. The funds for food, $67,000, $67,586. That's what they've come up with money. Pounds of food is 76,802 pounds of food. And those all go to, worthy causes. It's all donated to food banks and such. And the donation can be made by check at Citizens First Bank locations in the villages or online at thevillagesdailysun.com. And the donation drive ends tomorrow. But it's fun to watch them. I mean, I don't participate, but it's just so much fun to watch it because these people get really, really excited, when they call their name, and they will have the contest will pick out the college that come up with the most money or the most donations. And I think last year, it was Pennsylvania. Penn State, I think. I'm not for positive, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool when that could be your college. So anyhow, just happen to have that. And Darrison, yeah, there's a lot of people here that are excited for the college football season. I have never been a big college football fan. I liked, the NFL, but never a big college football fan. But I really kind of got away from it here. When they started doing the crazy stuff, when they started doing things like holding hands and taking a knee and all that kind of stuff, I kind of got disinterested in the whole thing.
Well, I used to like to watch a little bit of professional football because I respect it. Like the Colts, and we knew some of them guys years ago when they came to Indianapolis. But when they start getting politics into their game, they lose me. I'm just lost.
Yeah.
And so I haven't really been much of a fan of professional football or any of it since.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I mean, I kind of keep track, but I don't sit down and watch the games or anything anymore. And I think ever since Peyton quit playing, I've not been a big fan. But now that he's,
I quit watching the Colts when Dundee retired.
Well, and I said Peyton has took over now. Did you know that?
Is he a coach?
No, I think he's a general manager.
Well, no, I'm talking about the coach, Dundee, the one whose boy got killed in a crash. He moved to Tampa and retired. When Dundee was there, it was a whole different team.
And he might be a coach, but
just like Indiana basketball. When Bobby Knight retired and left, forced to leave, it was never the same.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin. Kevin's here. And Kevin says college football, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of fans here. And Laura said, did Buddy go to a different groomer? No, actually, I took him there 3 or 4 different times, but it was a different person. And so I don't know if that had something to do with it or what, but
she done something. I guarantee you, we know Buddy. She done something.
So I'm not taking him back there.
I don't know if she drugged him up too much, because I know he's hard to deal with on this kind of stuff. But
I'm going to see if I can't get the guy that comes in the truck. And there's several of them around here, but they're usually packed. There's usually no appointments. But I'm going to see if I can get one to come here where they do it right here. And that way I've got some say-so and can kind of keep an eye on what's going on. So, but yeah, I've never had him do that for this many days. I mean, it was Thursday when they did him, and he was that way until yesterday. Today he's back to normal.
He went for 3 days, never barked.
Yeah, never barked.
Never barked at anybody. He just laid around, slept a lot. If Sue would leave, he'd come running in my room, jump on my lap, shivering and shaking, and would lay there, and he wouldn't move until Sue come home. I mean, it just wasn't him.
Yeah. And Denise said I would never leave my dog alone with a groomer. Well, I said, I've been there several times, and I said, it's a whole family, and I never had a problem before. So, but I am going to find one that comes to the house, and that way I can be there. So, and Denise said food has changed drastically due to GMO stuff. It is not the same raw food anymore. Well,
Yeah,
that
and
too.
just like this, this is, I'm thinking about this. And no freezer, microwave, maybe. Freezer, no, that's not happening. Or refrigerator, that's not happening. Just think about it. That's not happening. They go home at night. What are they going to do with the food that they didn't sell? They can't leave it lay out. It's got to be in a freezer or it's got to be in a refrigerator because the health board requires that.
Yeah.
Not unless he's taking it all home with him. And if he is, I'd be leery about that.
Some of them take it to the food pantries, shelters.
That seems like awful expensive.
Buddy.
He's chasing that lizard over there.
I know.
That seems like awful expensive food to be taken to the food shelter.
Well, I know that they do that, and it has to be within
Panera Bread
reason.
does it, or they used to.
Yeah.
Any unsold bread, they donate.
Yeah, I was going to say, they had to be ticked about what they took. They just wouldn't take any food, but breads, cookies, things like that. I think they do take them to shelters.
Here's the way I see it: if you're poor and you're poor and you're hungry and you can't afford to buy food, the hell with the health board. It's either eat it or throw it away.
But the companies are liable for that kind of thing, so they have to be careful about what.
Who's going to sue them? The guy starving?
Oh well. Okay. William says you should have seen the look on the postman when he came to the door and I was naked. It wasn't that I was nude as much as it was at his house. William, so cut it out. Somewhere in the sentence says, yes, it is not whole foods anymore. It's additives, preservatives, and chemicals. Yeah, a lot of them is, yeah. And I love going out. I love going out with the girls and going to lunch and that kind of thing. I got lunch tomorrow. I had one yesterday, one Monday. And I love going out, but I'm pretty particular about the food because you do have that problem. You don't know what they put in it. And if you look, especially if you're a calorie counter and you're looking at like green beans, well, green beans on the calorie scale might be 200. If you go to a restaurant, they'll give you a serving of green beans might be 800 because they put the fat in it.
I find that green beans, in order for them to be preserved, has got a lot of salt.
Yeah.
If you got a salt thing. I don't have a salt thing, but if you have a salt thing, that most fruits and vegetables, if it's stored in jars for long periods of time, there's usually a lot of salt.
Yeah. Well, so, let's see.
Because we've had fresh seafood, and I'll tell you what, it ain't here. It ain't here.
No.
We've traveled way too much in Florida to know the fresh seafood is not here. I mean, you get seafood here, it's not too bad to eat. I'm not saying that, but it's not fresh. There's a total difference in the flavor and the smell when you get fresh seafood. Remember, we went down to Punta Gorda, and I had what did I get? Anyway,
oysters.
Yeah, it was the oysters that had the taste. And I said, oh, man, yeah, these are fresh. It's a total different flavor.
Yeah. Somewhere in the sentence says, any word on what grocery store will be in Eastport?
Well, I don't know, but my guess around here, it's either going to be like an Aldi's, Winn-Dixie kind of thing, or it's going to be
Won't be an Aldi's.
Publix.
Be a Publix or a Winn-Dixie.
But who cares? Everybody's going to go to Walmart. That's all. That's our mentality now. Let's all go to Walmart and get our groceries and get our everything. Just like Costco. Let's go to Costco and get my new hearing aid. Let's go to Costco and buy a car. I mean, right? I mean, I am making fun because that's the mentality here.
Well, let's see.
Actually, they do have hearing aids there. Do they have a what do you call a hearing doctor? Where they do a test to see what kind of hearing aid you need?
I wasn't in there long enough to know. I know that they have that kind of stuff, but I don't know if it's, I don't know anything about it. Just like rental cars. I know they have rental cars. I don't know
I never saw no rental car. We saw a couple of cars sitting outside, like they're selling them.
Oh, well, now
they had golf carts inside.
I think the rental cars, I think you go through them to get a better price. I don't think they
By the way, their electric golf carts they got inside, it's a little bit of a gimmick in there. I went in and looked at them just for curious. They look really good. They got the big screen in front, like for GPS and stuff. And then we started asking about the battery, and that's why they can sell them so cheap. It's a very small lithium battery. And I think Jose said his is a 240 amp hour lithium battery. and they can go a long way on them. But the one at Costco is not even close to that. I don't even think it's half that. It's like, I don't even know. But I'm just saying, just know that's the difference in the price.
Okay. JK Spinner JK says, hey there, Skip.
Hey!
And Jerry wants to know, where's Mark Berry been?
He was on here. He was on here last week, wasn't he? Or the week before?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Barry. He's probably just like everybody else. He probably left my channel, go watch some of the new YouTube channels, because everybody likes to go to the new restaurant. Everybody likes to go to the new YouTube channels.
But could be he's just doing other things.
Yeah, he might be moving. Is he? He don't live here, does he?
I think he was going to. I don't know.
I know he's going to, but I don't think he's living here. Or maybe he's moving in here now, and that's why. I don't know. I don't know where Barry is. He's probably abandoned me. But I can tell you he's still a member. I think he's still a member on Patreon. And that's probably where he gets most of my videos, is there. Because the ones on Patreon, I think, are much better than the ones you see on YouTube. But anyway, he's still a member. I don't know where he's at, but he's around.
Oh, and Darrison says, Sally and I love the Sam scan and go process better than Costco. Yeah, I do too. I don't know why Costco is so far behind on that, because that makes a big difference. You don't have to stand in those stupid lines. You don't have to worry about the self-checkout kind of thing. I mean, you just scan it as you go. Easy peasy, and go out the door.
Where's your Chewy at?
I don't know. You're here. Here's your Chewy. There you go. He's getting tired of it. Let's see. Barbara Abner says, always get a second opinion. Well, yes, I usually do. Somewhere in the sun.
Is she talking about my opinions?
I do. Probably. Somewhere in the sun says, Costco fan here. More organic, less processed choices here in my area, but not perfect. Yeah. Hello. Hey, Mom, how are ya? It's Nancy. And don't get me wrong, I like Costco. I didn't get through all of it. That one day I went, I was so tired after going through getting the card and the picture and all that. The time I got in the store, I was pooped. So I met Mr. and Mrs. Rizzo in there, and they were laughing at me because I got out of there. I had one rotisserie chicken and a pair of pajamas.
And no, that roasted chicken ain't for me either.
No, that's something else you don't like. No, but Buddy likes it.
She buys roasted chicken like every other week for Buddy. Yeah. A whole chicken for Buddy.
But now I can do other things with that chicken. It's not all Buddy. I made chicken salad.
Yeah, if there's any of that chicken that Buddy won't eat, she'll put it in a blender and make a chicken salad sandwich and give it to me.
I made you chicken and noodles. You ate those.
I get dog leftover.
Okay. And Barbara Abner says she loves pumpkin chunkin'. And some of those machines and gadgets are awesome. They are, yeah. And I said, you wonder a lot of those guys are the guys that do your digging. You know, when you need something dug out, like if you're putting in a pool or something, what do they call those? When they use the big backhoes.
Digger guys.
The big backhoes. Like I said, a lot of the guys they're manning those machines are the guys that use the backhoes, and they're always trying to figure out something different. I mean, we had a guy up north that he was so good with the backhoe, he could turn the water faucet on with that bucket.
I hired this guy. What was we building? Have him in. Oh, we turned the driveway out, and I was going to build that onto the garage.
Yeah.
I turned my garage into a 3-car garage. We added way onto it, and I had him dig out my footers, because they don't do slabs up there. It had to be a footer. So anyway, I called this guy up because I kind of knew the guy, but I didn't know the guy, but I knew the company. And this guy shows up, and I told him I want the driveway tore out. I'm going to put all new everything. Anyway, he's out there doing it. He was in the back there because I told him I tore that pool out, and I said I want this all leveled off here because I'm going to put a wood deck back here. And he's out there doing all that. And I was watching him, and I told him, I said, man, you're pretty good. I said, you've been doing this for a while. You can just tell. He said, yeah. He said, I've been around here a time or two. He took his big bucket, and he stretched way out there next to the house. Now, up north, we have these faucets outside that you have to turn and shut to get water out to the garden hose. And he ran with his bucket. He turned the water on, and then he turned the water off with this bucket.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Those guys are really, really good.
I was fascinated.
Yeah. Barbara Abner says she loves, she loved fucking chicken. Yeah. And Bad Karma says, don't forget to wash your pumpkins, everybody. Yeah, wash your pumpkins.
Wash the pumpkin.
MK Mitch says someone did a video with the owners the other day and walked through the whole restaurant and showed everything. Now the refrigerators are set to low temperatures.
Because they have to have. I don't care what anybody tells you. There's no way you're going to run a restaurant and not have a refrigerator, at least a refrigerator. And I'm saying they got a freezer.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, if they keep it down low, they must have a truck in every day.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah. And
we're going to turn on the Village's news someday and see where Harry and the Pirates, whatever the hell that place is called down there, was shut down because of health violations.
Okay. Somewhere in the senses, I agree. Costco is my favorite, and like I said, it is for a lot of people. And I said, we're not used to it. I haven't used it a whole lot yet. I said, just that one day.
Have you seen the size of their parking lot?
I did. Yeah.
It ain't that big for no reason. That place, and here's the funny thing. Jose parks. He backs into a parking spot.
And he had POS 1, right?
In POS 1, yeah. Backs into a parking. That's typical of most people that's got a pickup truck or a truck driver. It's you back into your parking spot. There's a reason for that. You never want to back out of a parking spot. I say the same thing for cars. You never want to back out of a parking spot. You want to pull out. So anyway, he backs in a parking spot. We go inside. We're running around. We're eating our hot dogs and dessert. And that's all he kept talking about. See, I got a dinner here for 2 of us and dessert for both of us was less than $9 for everything. That's fine. So we're talking to a lady and her husband over here. We call her the church lady. I'm not going to get into it more than that. He can tell you, but the church lady. And then they left, and we were sharing this bench with other people, which I don't care. And there was some other 2 ladies that was there. And one of them kept talking about how her husband died and all this and that. And they just blip, going back and forth, and they left. Well, then we get ready to leave, and then that's when he started telling me, so look here. Less than $9. I bought dinner for both of us for less than $9. He said, you can't do that in the Villages. I'm thinking to myself, Costco's in the Villages. Yeah, so that's not true.
Get a hot dog. Yeah. Well, but he was proud, you know.
Yeah.
And
the point was, we're walking out to the parking lot. And I did some video of it. I haven't posted any of this yet. We're walking through the parking lot. And we get halfway through and I don't even know where the car is. I'm lost at this point, really, kind of. I know the general area, but I'm kind of lost. He goes, you notice you can't even see POS 1 anymore. He said, it's that vehicle is smaller than a car. All these SUVs are parked everywhere. As we're walking down the highway, he said, you see it yet? And I'm looking, and I barely saw the back of the thing he had put on back there. I seen it sticking above this one SUV. I said, yeah, there it is. And when you get up there, the SUV is parked in the parking spot, and it's like POS 1 took up half of the parking spot next to it. You couldn't even see this little thing.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Anne Marie says, Costco is my favorite, as I am a retired Costco employee. Oh, well, that's cool. Like I said, I'm just not used to it yet. I know they do a lot of things, and I want to take advantage of that if I can. Just get my money back. And
just what I saw inside, it looked like half them people went in there to go around all the little free food stations around there. And I've seen them all, same people in the same lines, going to all the different food stations around there, eating all this little stuff that they give you. I think they went in there for lunch, and then this was their lunch.
Well, there was a lot of what they call them looky-loos. A lot of people just looking around because they didn't, never been to a Costco before, like me, and just wanted to see what they had. And that's kind of, I was hoping that they had. Skip's always looking for Bing cherries, and I'm telling you, nobody has anything marked Bing. But anyhow,
when you see them. I don't care what they call them. You'll know a Bing cherry when you see it.
Well, like I said, I haven't found any yet. Out at the flea market, they did have some.
Somebody sent me an email telling me what month they harvest them in California, and I forget what they said now. I want to say, she said they started harvesting them in September, which means we ought to start seeing them here in September.
Okay. And
I can eat the crap out of them. See, I'm a snack guy. I mean, I at nighttime when she goes to bed, I'm usually in there still editing videos or something, and I'm snacking all the time. Pretzel. I eat so many snacks that I get sick of the snacks. I get sick of the pretzels, so I said, well, I'll get something else. The next week I can get something else. I'm just tired of it. And but truthfully, if I had all I could have, I would probably have all my snacks being fruits and vegetables, Bing cherries, fresh pears, good peaches, all that kind of stuff. That would be my snack.
Yeah. Barbara Ebner says they have old school candy. Oh, well, that's cool. Like
Well,
I said,
they do. That's what those peppermint sticks are. That's how you could get them as a kid. There was a nickel a piece.
Costco. Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was talking about Cracker Barrel.
No, Costco. They have. Okay.
Well,
So,
we never got that far. I went in there, and of course, we looked at the all the different things they had set up in there, and all the salespeople were attacking you like buzzards, like the golf carts. Costco don't have them golf carts. As soon as I went over there, some lady from around the corner come running over there, telling me about Tennessee Factory and all this and that. So anyway, we went back to the wine section. Lots and lots of wine. Did not have my kind of wine at all.
but they carry your coffee. They don't carry mine.
They do?
Yeah.
Cheaper?
I didn't look at the price.
Isn't that funny? Everybody goes to Costco because you save money, but you don't know the price.
Well, like I said, at that point.
But I have a card. I have a card. Next to my menu, I'm getting some. Okay. I'm not going in there. I'm not going to pay any of that.
Oh, okay. Keith says, hello, everyone. We're late as we're getting our garage screens installed. They come in 3 weeks early. Yay! Keith.
3 weeks early?
Yeah. Who'd you have do that, Keith? People would like to know. They did a good
really?
job?
Usually they're 3 weeks late.
Yeah. Tell us who you had do that. Carol Apostol says, Skip, another YouTuber, did a video of Harry and the Natives restaurant showing the food storage and prep area. No freezer or microwave.
Don't believe it. I don't care what they show you. They don't want you to see it.
Michael and Tiffany.
There's no way. I don't believe any of that.
Did the video at Harry's, and the owner was clear, no freezer. Okay.
Push going to come to shove.
Now, he's got other places, so he may know how this is done.
Push going to come to shove. I'll go down there in the middle of the night, and I'll park my golf cart in their parking lot, and I will sit there with the camera until about 4 o'clock in the morning and wait for that Cisco truck to come rolling in there.
Oh, well.
That means it was frozen before it got there.
Okay. And, yes, Michael and Tiffany did the review on Harry and the Natives, and the owner was clear, no freezer. So, somewhere in the sun says Anne Marie, yes, Trader Joe's was our guest under Fresh Market. Unless Fresh Market, a small hood Whole Foods, can't wait to try Harry and the Natives. Love it. Fresh, novel idea. Maybe Florida seafood. Well, I want to go to Harry the Native, but I'm kind of going to wait till the crowds by because I think that's going to be a popular place. For one, where it's located. In that.
Have they got outside seating there?
Yeah, inside, outside, and it's on the water. There's a lake behind Okamka, and that's where I took Dalton when we went fishing back there.
Oh.
But it's a beautiful rec center, and like I said they've got walking trails and a little bit of everything, and I think that'll be a big draw, right there, being on the water and with the tiki torches and
Keep in mind, it's open to the public. That's not a Village's restaurant, so I think a lot of people get that confused.
Yeah.
So we need it. Anything down there, anything here, open to the public.
And when Kevin wants to know if you like eggplant parm.
Oh my God, I wouldn't eat that.
Anything you say that's healthy, he won't eat it. Whether he likes it,
it's mushy. I don't like mushy stuff.
Don't like mushy.
It is mushy. I've seen it.
Okay. And Laura wants to know if you've eaten at the Culver's in the Villages. Culver's has the best of the fast food. Also, Jersey Mike's.
Who does?
Culver's.
Culver's is good. I like the Butterburger. Sue brought me a Butterburger home the other day. And what I like about Culver's is the way they package it and put it in the bag and everything. When it gets here, it looks edible. Everything was nice and clean. The bun was not squished, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The French fries were good. The only thing is, the Butterburger I got this last time, if she got a Butterburger, and I doubt that she even got that Butterburger. I know that's what she ordered, but I don't mean that's what she got. It was very, very thin. I mean, as thin as paper. I never seen a burger this thin. And when I eat it, it was crunchy like bacon. That's the way it was.
That's the way Butterburgers are supposed to be. But
that's the way my other Butterburgers was. I got them before. I'm not a virgin here.
That's their brand. The Butterburger is supposed to be crispy around the edges.
I get Butterburgers all the time, and they've never been like that. So then if they are, I got to find something else. Because I didn't care for it at all.
Okay, I don't either. I don't like, of course, I don't like my eggs like that either. But
well, you don't like anything.
A lot of people do.
That has had. You don't like anything that used to have blood in
it. And Laura says eggplant parm is delicious. Yeah, I love. I've got some in the freezer right now because I'm the only one that eats it. I love it. the eggplant parm.
Oh,
And I know.
Kevin
says, "Go Gators."
Just make me a tenderloin sandwich and leave me alone.
Somewhere in the census, can't wait to participate in college color days. So go Bucks. Yeah, it's a big deal here. It really is. They fill the square.
It's a huge deal.
And it was in Spanish Springs, but this year they've moved to Lake Sumter because of the construction in Spanish Springs.
Probably because the square square in Lake Sumter is huge. You can handle a hell of a lot of people. That's where they usually have the cardio drumming that's open to the public, is right there because it's so big. They
are having it there because they're doing construction in Spanish Springs, and a lot of sidewalks and everything are.
I know they're doing all kinds of work up there. The main work they're doing up there is they're adding more apartments up there in Spanish Springs. And,
well, they were working before they even decided to do the apartments.
Yeah, I did video up there about 2 years ago, and I walked around town when they were talking about Katie Bells to turn it into apartments. I said, I don't know why people are surprised about this, because I think this plan has been in place for a long, long time, because the way the buildings are built up there, some of it doesn't make sense, and they have a story that they tell everybody that I don't believe at all. But if you go around up there at all them buildings around town, they all have a second floor with windows up there, and most of the windows are blacked out. They're not storage. I guess they could use them as storage, but they're really not storage. And that second floor on any of them buildings up there is in place to add apartments or maybe hotel room kind of like. I don't know, but that's what those are there for. They approved it by Katie Bells.
Yeah. And
they're going to be in Lake Sumter, and the apartments will be downtown. Well, no, Brownwood. They built that whole complex over there. What's it called? Apartments of Brownwood.
The lofts.
The lofts of Brownwood. And when they started that, it started out to be like a building. And we thought, well, that's okay. And then it just kind of went all the way down the road and halfway around this. It's a big area.
Okay. Yeah, and Kevin says, what a cool weekend for college football. Yeah, it's going to be big. I had some guy had my.
That's what she said.
Had my Texas shirt on the other day. It says "I love Texas." I got it at the Big Steak, and I love that shirt. But I can't remember where I was in a restaurant or something. Some guy stopped me, and he said, "Are you from Texas?" I said, "No, I love Texas. We visit quite a bit, but I'm not from there." And he said, "Well, we're from there." And he said, "You're Skip's wife, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, we watch your videos all the time." And I, well, evidently not a lot if you didn't know we weren't from Texas. But anyhow, he said they just come from Texas, and they were out here looking around, looking at houses and looking to see how the villages worked and that kind of thing. And they were very impressed, but they still like Texas. But yeah, it's one of those things where people notice. It's like Skip's Colts hat with the horseshoe on it. There's no writing on it, but people know that's a Colts hat,
Yeah, I got that hat. That hat has got to be, I ain't kidding. You have to go Google it because I don't remember. When did they build that new stadium? They tore down the Hoosier Dome. Well, at that time they didn't, but they eventually did. And then they built this new stadium. When they had an opening day, we went through that opening day thing in there. It was free entry. And so you could see what stadium. They had all the different high school bands were putting on a big performance in there. And I think they had a high school football game that went on in there.
And they had a top that come open.
Yeah, and the top was opening up. Yeah. They showed us how and that's where I got it. I bought the hat then, and I've had that hat ever since.
And at the time it was Lucas Oil Stadium, but I think they've changed the name again. I'm not sure.
Well, whoever wants to pay for the advertisement.
Yeah. And Barbara says, it's like that, Skip, for NFL too. Go Eagles. Everybody's got their team. Kevin says, go Patriots. And Barbara says, we're Penn State. I think Penn State, they won the college color days. I think they won last year, but I'm not for positive, but I think that's who it was. And let's see, Carol says, go Lions. DL somewhere in the sun says, love it. Worthy cause and fun and college day fun. Yes, it's a great cause because they give to several different funds. It's not just one charity. They give to several of them. And I said, the money goes to, I think it's separated and goes to some, and then the food is taken to individual food pantries and what have you. So the amount of charity that happens here in the villages, you wouldn't believe. I mean, you really wouldn't believe. There's always something going on. Now, a lot of people are getting tired of every time you go to something, it's a charity. I heard some lady talking about that at lunch yesterday, but But you know, it's just.
I do get tired of it.
Yeah, you do.
That's one of the reasons why we quit doing the Children's Wish Foundation. I just started feeling really guilty because every Tom, Dick, and Harry around here's got their hand out.
Yeah.
And even if it's a good cause, that's fine.
When somebody asked me about the wood shop, the woodworking shop, and I said, you know, it's great, and they've got 2 of them now. They got one down here in Brownwood, and they've got one on Rolling Acres Road. But like I said, the criteria that you have to do to get in, we've had so many subscribers tell us it just wasn't worth the effort, and you have to do so much charity work to even use the equipment. I mean,
and they only allow so many people to use the equipment.
Or they make wood toys for Christmas presents for underprivileged. I understand that, but most of the stuff that they're making is stuff that, you know, unless they're very, very young, they're not using that kind of stuff anymore. But
I did video on that, and I just gave my opinion about it. My opinion was that we're getting screwed on this wood shop thing because we're paying a huge amount of amenity money to build them and maintain all that stuff in there for only a select few to use.
Yeah.
And all this is supposed to be open to all villagers. Well, it is open and it's not open because they make you jump through so many hoops to be able to get in there that most people just said it ain't worth it.
Yeah, and that's what we've had several people tell us that, and it's a shame because, you know, most of the guys here, they've left all their playthings in the last house.
They're not playthings.
Well, the tools.
They are tools.
Okay, tools. They've left their tools on all.
Do you ever notice it's always playthings, or you don't need that crap, and get all that junk out of here until something breaks in the house, and then you go, well, I can't fix it. I ain't got any tools. Well, can you get them?
Yeah. I've got a list of guys. You know, you always use your guy. I'm
the guy.
Right. You didn't mow the yard today.
Well, I give that
because we got a guy.
But for the first 5 years, I did.
Yeah.
And if I start mowing it again, I'm going to get one of them self-propelled jobbers. Or I could get me one of them $10,000 John Deere tractors just to mow this little bit. It's a manly thing.
That was a big thing up north when we were we always waited to see who got out the John Deere first.
Yeah.
Because we had acreage, you know. We had a lot of acreage.
She's talking about for the first mow of the year.
Yeah. First mow of the year.
In more cases than not, one year I mowed my yard in February.
Yeah.
Just to mess with them.
Yeah. But, okay. And Carol says, go Lions. Somewhere in the sun. Oh, yeah. Worthy cause and fun. It is. Tennessee Vols. And
sure hope someday there's an In-N-Out
college
burger.
Ball players have a bigger heart for the game.
Well, I don't know about an In-N-Out burger. I don't think Florida even has an In-N-Out burger anywhere in it, do we? The state of Florida? That's a Western thing. California and all them out there.
They may have, but I haven't heard of them.
I don't think we have an In-N-Out
And I wasn't
burger.
impressed with the one that we went to in Texas.
But I'll tell you what, now that they got their Portillo's, you heard about that bitching for years. And then they got their Costco. You heard about that bitching for years. And then before that, it was the ones that took over Winn-Dixie. What's it? Aldi's. Heard about them. Well, got to get an Aldi's. You heard about that bitching for years. And now
they want a Trader Joe's.
We want a White Castle.
Oh, White Castle. Oh, my God.
Of all things, yeah. A White Castle.
Oh, and I had heard that they are still going to put the Portillo's on in Lady Lake.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
they're going to put it on out here.
Yeah, we didn't know whether that was a change in plans or what. But.
Or I don't know. I heard that they were going to, but as far as I know, they haven't built it yet, so they may sell the property to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, that's what I heard, that they are going to head and put that in. So, hey, Florence, how are you? Somewhere in the sun says, who does Sean Paul use for his boys? You know, I don't know. He may do it himself. I'm not for certain, because I asked him the other day what their names was, and I didn't get an answer. But I kind of like the cool little top knot they have. I think they're cute.
Alfonso says, when I get there, I'll make you the best burger you have. Yeah, promises, promises, promises. I've heard it all. Yeah, Portillo's. Go down there, man. It is the best. Went down there once. I threw half my sandwich in the trash.
And I told you, if you don't go with me, I don't know what to tell you. You know, you don't know what to eat.
I didn't even know where to go ordering. Some strange guy. I'm looking in there and going, when you go into the kiosk right there, which you know how I feel about kiosk. I almost said, I'm not ordering anything in here. I'm not doing that. So everybody was standing there in line doing it. And the guy turned around and he said, hey, he said, if you don't want to use the kiosk, he said, that line over there. I mean, there's no signs. So that line over there will take you over to that lady way up there, and you can order it right there. And that's where I'm going.
Oh, okay.
And so I did. And when I got up there, I said, I was told about this sandwich. I've never been here before. Never been to any Portillo's. She said, okay. I said, is it a good sandwich? She said, yeah. I said, should I get it with au jus? I said, because, and I told her why. She said, well, once you get the au jus on the side. She said, then you can just use it the way you want it. I said, okay, that sounds good. I said, should I get anything on it? She said, well, most people just get mozzarella cheese, and that's about all they get. So as she's getting this thing for me, I'm sitting there thinking, this ain't no more than a Philly steak sandwich. It's roast beef with, that's it. That's all it is, a Philly steak
You
sandwich.
didn't have roasted peppers?
But they called it something. I asked her how to get it. I don't know, so I'm asking her, how does most people get this? And yeah, she did say most of them will get sweet peppers. I did get sweet peppers on it. Up to which, after the first bite, I took the pepper off and threw it on the plate. It just had a texture.
That's what I said. You wasn't with me to tell you not to get that, because I knew you wouldn't like it. I like it, but
peppers
I knew you
to me
wouldn't.
should have a snap to it when you're eating it, like onions. Onions should not. I don't. That's why I don't never get sautéed onions on a steak.
Oh.
They should. Yeah, take the onion and slice it up and put it on the steak where it's crunchy. I'll eat that, but I'm not going to eat it sautéed.
Oh my gosh.
Weird maybe, but that's the way I like it.
Yeah,
So anyway, we sit there and we're eating this thing, and I thought to myself, why did I get this au jus? Because when they make the meat, it's in this broth over there. They got the sand, and then they get a big clump of this meat. They put it on there, and what do you think's happening to all this juice that's on that meat? It's soaking up the bread. By the time I got down at this table, I reached in and I pulled my sandwich out, and I swear to you, all the meat just went, just fell off of it.
Yeah, well, I knew that. I knew that would happen. So I just assumed he was going to try a hot dog there. But
well, I should have, because that's what I intended to get. Because everybody said, you know, and I could rate the hot dog. I wanted to get that big fat one. I was going to ask her, what's the big fat hot dog called? Because I don't know what it's called.
Oh, I don't know. There's a Chicago dog, and then there's
No. They have a particular big round. It's like half sausage, kind of like, and half, I guess, red meat, kind of like mixed,
I don't
and
know.
has seasoning in it. Somebody told me that, you know. Anyway, that's what I was going to ask was that, and then I was just going to get the fixins, whatever it was. I said, "You got any sauerkraut? Put it on there." I was going to get the fixins for this.
That's
thing.
what you should have done.
Well,
but you know, I wouldn't have put the sauerkraut on there if I was you.
Why not?
The soggy bread thing.
Well, I put it on the side. Then that way I can just put it on the way out.
Well, yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
last time we went to Bozo's, I think I got a hot dog and I put it looked like coleslaw.
That's what I said. I think you got a Chicago dog, and I said and they do have much Portillo's, but they got different kinds, and what it means is they got different dressings for the hot dog. But yeah, I know that.
You know,
they have
really,
sausage.
I'm just a baseball guy. Hot dog and mustard, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I know you don't need to eat that many hot dogs. So
somebody told me that in Indianapolis now, for the Indianapolis Indians, that beer at the games now is $25 a glass.
No kidding.
Can you believe that?
God.
Talk about a ripoff. And I guess my question would be, why are people paying this? Because that's the only reason why they raise them, because people keep buying it.
Are the other drinks that high? Or is it just the beer?
The reason why they get by with it, I think, is because if you remember the outfield out there in Indianapolis, you can bring a blanket and your own cooler, and you can sit out there in the outfield and have a picnic while the game's going on. That's really what makes it kind of neat.
Yeah. Jose Diablo says, our dog is sensitive to anti-anxiety medication, too. She's hungover for 2 days, but sometimes it's necessary. And, yeah, I could see him give Buddy something to calm him down, because he is usually pretty rowdy. But like I said, this lasted since Thursday. It lasted until yesterday. And so I don't think it was the regular anti-anxiety medicine. You know, if anything, maybe they give him a CBD.
We were at the point that we thought if he don't get better by tomorrow, we're taking him to the vet.
And he has a vet appointment Friday. So, you know,
well, he's already better. So
yeah, but, well, I mean, he has an appointment for something else. But yeah, we was really worried because it's never lasted that long. And he always is kind of, you know, PTSD after he goes and has that done, because he doesn't like a bath. He doesn't like a haircut. He doesn't like anything like that. He has fits. But I
can give him a bath, but he doesn't like it.
No.
But he doesn't bite me.
No.
But it hadn't been a couple weeks ago. When his hair gets longer, he's got real fine hair on his belly, and it gets curly and knotty. I don't know how to describe it, knotty. And I kept looking at that thinking, because sometimes he'll bite at his belly, and I'm thinking, you know, what's happening? Those little fur balls down there are getting knotted up. And as he walks around and pulls on them, it's pulling on his skin, and it irritates him. So I thought, I'm going to get my electric shears out, and I'm going to trim his belly, cut them off. I did it before. Well, as soon as I got him out, he's out there next to Sue on the couch. He knows what's coming. And so as I'm walking toward the couch, he growled at me, remember?
Mm-hmm.
He just growled at me. He's never done that before.
And I told him he had an appointment the next day, so he didn't have to do that. But,
yeah.
But yeah, I just know. And I said, I've taken him before, and he never had a problem. Same place. But like I said, I'm just not going to take him back just to be on the safe side. You know, you never know. And if I have that trouble again, I am going to go to the vet and say, what's going on? And if he's going to take anxiety medicine, I'm going to give it to him. Kyle Reed says, do you all remember the gridiron clash in 2004 at the polo fields in the Villages? It was on ESPN. It was college all-stars. I don't remember that, Kyle. That sounds like it'd be cool, though.
What was it?
The gridiron clash in 2004 at the polo fields.
2004, I was still working.
Yeah, we weren't down here.
I ain't got time to go play around, Kyle. I was working. I was working to pay your taxes.
J.K. Spinner says the 3 rings of marriage: engagement ring, wedding ring, and suffering. You guys, admit it. You couldn't do without that woman. You know it. Just like he said, if I die, he's going to be in just going to be in really sad shape.
I don't know how to pay any of these bills. I don't pay any bills. I ain't paid a bill since I lived here. Sue sets it up. And I think a lot of it's set up for automatic stuff.
As much as I could.
But I don't know what's been set up for an automatic charge card thing or an automatic withdrawal from the bank thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And truth of it is, she's got a couple of accounts down here. Nothing really huge, but I mean, pretty substantial, I think. Anytime we talk about a comma in the figure, it's substantial to me. And she keeps telling me I got to go down and put my name on one of those accounts. Well, if she dies tomorrow, I'm screwed because my name ain't on the account. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's on the bank account, it's not on the savings account.
I don't understand why she can't bring the paperwork home and I just sign it and you take it back.
Because they got to know it's you. That's why you got to go in person.
It's signature.
I'm just telling you what they tell me. I get upset because the regular checking account, I'm the one that uses it. I'm the one to set it up and everything. But they tell me I need to get you to come down there to sign some kind of POD in case something happens to you.
What's a POD?
Payment on death.
Payment on death.
Yeah.
What are we paying?
That they give it to me to pay.
You're paying a payment on death?
I don't know if that's the exact word, payment on, but it's something on debt.
Is it insurance?
Paid on debt. The account would be paid to me, so I could use the account.
These lawyers, I swear to God, lawyers is making life miserable in the United States. Everybody's suing everybody.
That's what Denise says.
This is not by accident.
She says it's not the homeless man suing; it's the ambulance chasing lawyers who want to sue anyone for everything. And that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, William says, I gave her a ring and she gave me the finger. Oh, my goodness. Wiggins says, Costco has great frozen snow crab. We bought 10 pounds for just over $100. It's pricey, but the crab were great, and we didn't pay for ice like you would at Publix. You have to pay for ice at Publix? Oh, and Jerry says, yes, you can get your hearing checked at Costco. Okay?
What?
So you can get your hearing checked at Costco.
So there's what we call a cardio, that's a heart doctor, an audiologist,
yeah.
So there's one on there?
Evidently. I know they had
you don't need an appointment, you just walk in?
No, I think you have to have an appointment just like anywhere else, but it's in the store.
So I call Costco to make the appointment?
I don't know. I mean, you got to have the app. It'll tell you all that stuff.
Because I want to ask a specific question. That's going to tell me whether I continue the conversation or just hang up. I want to know if it's legit hearing aids that you have to have a prescription to get, or is this just going to be a speaker box where you just make it louder?
Well, that's something you need to ask them. But you got a card, call them.
I won't be able to hear them.
Oh, you got the app.
I could text them. Who am I texting? Costco? Some 18-year-old got a part-time job at Costco to answer text messages?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't trust any of them.
Oh, and Kevin says that's cheap for snow crab. Yeah, $100 for 10 pounds.
I love snow crab. I can remember Jessie, my favorite granddaughter, by the way. We used to go to Red Lobster in Avon, Indiana, whenever she came down for the weekend, because we babysitted for them all the time. And they always give her a child's menu. She was maybe 4 or 5 years old, something like that. One day we went down to Red Lobster and gave her the menu and everything. She just sat there, real quiet, had her hands in her lap, very polite, just sitting there and just staring ahead. And I asked her, I said, "Well, what are you going to get?" And she looked at me. She said, "Papa," she said, "I want to talk to you." I said, "What?" She said, "I want to be able to get my own crabs." Buddy, come here. I don't know how he got loose. So I want to be able to get my own crabs. I said, "Okay." I said, "We'll get you your own crabs." I said, "But you got to order something to eat, and then we'll just get the crabs on the side." She said, "I want to eat big people food." So I said, "Okay." So see what she did, and she got these snow crabs, and all up to this point, I gave her my snow crabs, really, and then I would show her how to crack them and all that kind of thing. I gave her plate, and I was just kind of watching her. Gee, at Christmas, this 4-year-old kid went through them snow crabs like you wouldn't believe, man.
She really ate them.
She just sucked them right up.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, where am I at? And Keys says Costco has an audiologist on site. Okay.
How do I get a hold of them?
I will find it out.
I should go through the front door with my card and go, "Coming through, member, coming through, coming through."
I imagine there's probably some people that do that. Oh. Let's see. Alfonso Smith says, "Hey, Skip, your channel's on Patriot better than YouTube. I'm going to find it. Enjoying. I wait every week to see you. Also, thanks for coming. Don't enjoy watching and listening."
I don't even know what you're saying.
He's asking if your channel is on Patriot.
Patriot? You mean Patreon?
I think it's about Patreon.
Yeah, it's on Patreon.
And it's better than YouTube, yes.
Well, we do a lot of things on there. I don't really get in Patreon. I kind of give people the true everything. I don't edit a lot. Like with me and Jose's out running around doing whatever we're doing, you're liable to hear some language. I put a warning at the beginning of it that there might be some trucker language in here because I don't edit. People on Patreon, whenever we had our Patreon lunch and stuff, I would ask these people about that kind of thing. Do you like it better when I edit things like that out, or would you rather for me just to leave it uncut? All of them said, uncut. Uncut's the best. We like it when you make a mistake and then get pissed off. So we like that. Just leave it in there. So I did. I started leaving it in there. And but as new people come into Patreon, see, they don't know about all these things we've talked about in the past. But anyway, yeah. So I think some of the things that we've done in there in the past, and I don't even know how far back Patreon actually goes, but I've been in Patreon for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's some things in there that we spend a lot of time doing. I've been trying to get the gang together. So far, I can't get them to agree on it. I had this idea. I'll throw it out there to you guys. I had this idea of taking a show, like say Burns and Allen, or Jack Benny's show, when he used to have the radio show, or even his TV show, where they went through a skit of, you have about whatever it would be. I thought I'd like to do one of them shows, and we'll make Linda a character, and we'll make Judy a character, and make Sue a character, and then I'll play some kind of a character of some kind. And then when I come home, because every one of those people will be recorded separately, then when I come home, I'll kind of mesh it all together, probably take the video out where it'll be like just the audio. It'll be like a radio show. And then you guys can listen to it however long it is. I thought it was a good idea. It's going to be a lot of work, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. And so far that's been hard because every time that Linda's available, something happens. Or I'm available, Sue's got to go to Indiana for something. And we just haven't been able to get together to do it. But I still have it in the back of my mind that I want to do that.
Well, we still do one every week. Every Wednesday we do the Bickersons.
Oh, yeah.
That's what everybody tells us. Oh, but yeah, the Patreon probably better. You don't have commercials on Patreon, do you?
No commercials.
So that's one thing good about the Patreon, different than YouTube. And another is you get access to stuff that he doesn't put on the regular YouTube.
Because it's got some dirty words.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And sometimes it's real. Let's see. Gracie said Costco gas in the villages is $2.71. Where I live in Central Virginia, Costco gas is $3.06. Yeah, that's just the way it works. We don't know. It's always about where the truck comes from or something like that.
No,
they're gouging it about gas no matter where you live.
It's state taxes.
Yeah.
That's always what determines the price of your gas in your state. If you've got high price gas, California, it's because your state is gouging you with state taxes to pay their bill. Did Texas, they have cheap gas because the state don't have a lot of state taxes on it. Yeah. Here, I think it's about the same. We don't have a lot of state taxes. I don't think we're the cheapest gas nationwide, but we damn sure ain't the most expensive at all.
Yeah. And so, it wouldn't be any different with Costco than it is any of the other stations, but other than they buy a bulk amount so they can charge cheaper. But that's odd that there'd be different prices, but it is everywhere.
Yeah.
William says Skip wanted a second opinion, and the doctor said, "Okay, you're ugly too."
Yeah. There you go. There was a joke that somebody told me once that I thought was kind of funny. He said he went to the doctor and he was saying something to his doctor about or his wife. It was I'm not going to tell a joke because I ain't got it. I'll screw it up. It had something to do with her saying that he was deaf. He don't hear things. And then the doctor asked him a question. I forget what it was. And then the doctor told him, he says, your wife needs a hearing aid. It was a reverse. You have to see the whole joke.
It's fun to watch you struggle.
Yeah.
Now, that's a Racer Girl says Costco gas in my neighborhood is $4.16 a gallon, and she's in California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, California's taking a raking on a lot of things out there, a lot. And I got to tell you, in all honesty, I don't understand it. I don't understand why the people out there keep voting these same morons in office, and then they complain about things that happen. I just don't understand it.
Well, because things that are a priority to you aren't necessarily a priority for everybody.
Everybody complains about the price of gas.
Yeah, well, they better start complaining about the price of food.
I haven't heard anybody bitch about the price of food as much as you say they do. I've never heard that bitch.
Oh, my God.
Only thing I heard any time in the last 6 months, price of eggs. That's all I've heard from everybody.
Yeah.
And then they talk about restaurant food. To me, that's not food. Grocery store food is food. Yeah. That's what you're buying. Restaurant food, it's almost got to the point, and it's been this way for years. This is nothing new. It's almost got to the point with restaurants anyway, that you can almost eat out every day cheaper than make it.
Yeah. Well, not with the prices they're charging now.
Well, now, yeah.
Hey, Jess.
Who's that?
Jessie.
Is that my favorite granddaughter?
Yes.
Where's she at? I don't see her.
It's up. Let's see. Payable on debt. That's what the POD was. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see her.
It's down a ways.
I don't see her. Call me sometime, Jesse.
Let's see.
But here's a little bit of Jewish that's in me. I can't help it. My mom is Jewish, so I got a little Jewish in me. Call me sometime, Jesse, because I ain't going to be here forever.
Oh, yeah. Barbara says Cracker Barrel has the old school candy, not Costco.
Oh, yeah. That's where I can get a Clark bar. You can't find a Clark bar hardly nowhere else unless you go to Amazon and order. That's where I can get a Zagnut. You can't hardly find a Zagnut. What's the other one's called? The round things, the round Neckos. Where you get Neckos and the peppermint sticks.
I use the Clark bars.
I love Clark bars.
Denise Kill says, don't leave your keys in the golf cart and don't turn your back on the groomer. That's right.
Yeah, well, the groomer thing really has me ticked off because I could tell as soon as Sue brought him home, there was something wrong.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't right.
And Laura says you ought to try the Portillo's Polish sausage, and that might have been what.
That might have been. Yeah. I don't know. I have to investigate that.
Yeah. And I said you could eat one of those because we used to eat those at the fair all the time. When they had the Polish sausage.
I never got that because they always had the fried vegetables off to the side, and I don't like them all mushied up.
I always like the peppers on.
I want to be standing and say, hey, just take the onion and cut it and throw it on there. Don't do anything with it. Just take the bell pepper, chop it up, put it on there. Don't do anything with it.
Yeah, and Anne Marie says POD, the money goes directly to the person set up as the beneficiary. No need for probate. Yes. Yeah, that's. I said he needs to go up and sign that, but he hasn't done that yet.
A POD is what?
Payable on death.
I don't know what that means. Payable.
If you die,
what are they paying? It's my money. They're not paying me anything.
They'll pay me. If it's payable on death, I'm the beneficiary, so they'll pay me.
It's our money. There's no beneficiary to our money. They're making it sound like they own the money and they're giving you rights to it.
You had to have beneficiaries on those accounts.
They keep it up. I'm going to put my goddamn money in a shoebox in here.
Don't be crazy. Okay. And Gracie said, legit audiologist, legit hearing aids at Costco. Good.
I might go in there and have them check my ears out because they're getting worse.
Yeah.
Worse. Is that right? Worse. It's weird, ain't it? Worse. Color.
They're bad.
Color.
Okay. See, my grandma used to get her hearing aids at Costco because of the price. That's what I've heard. You know, I don't know because I said we've never had one. So
look at there.
I've never went to one.
Linda's in Lake Charles. We know where Lake Charles is. We used to go down there all the time and harvest toast in that brewery. What was it called?
Something Eagle.
Eagle.
Something Eagle.
Crying Eagle.
Screaming Eagle.
Screaming Eagle.
Something
Whatever it's called, that brewery. We've boondocked in that parking lot many times.
Yes,
Love
yes,
that
yes.
place. Your roads, not so much, but that place I did. She said their gas down there is $2.39.
Wow.
So,
and Tony C says she gets her prescription glasses at Costco. They have great prices. Well, that, you know, that's what we're hearing.
does that include the frame? Does that include the frame? That's where the money's at, the frame.
Well, I don't know. You have to ask. But if everybody's
what do you mean ask? I'm not going.
Well, if everybody's getting good prices, yeah.
Don't ask me why. He barks at every UPS truck and FedEx truck.
Yeah, UPS and FedEx. Let's see. Jerry wanted to know when Jess is coming down. She said, not sure. Definitely need a vacation, though. So anytime you want to come down, honey.
She knows she can come down. She can fly down. We'll pick her up at the airport. We got an extra room in there. She knows it.
Oh, and
but she's working a lot. She's a, I want to say pharmacist, but I'm not sure that's what it actually is. Whenever you send in, or doctor sends in a prescription, she's the girl that gets the pills and things out and how many and puts them in a bottle and puts your name on it and puts it in a bag, sets it off to the side. That's what she does.
Yeah.
I think
in Walmart.
I think she's working at Walmart, right?
Yeah. Talk about a major crash.
Talk about what?
It's very, very busy in Walmart.
Oh, the one in Marion, because that's it. You either go to Walmart or you go to Myers to buy groceries.
Anne Marie says many mature folks only join Costco for the hearing aids and pharmacy. Call the hearing department or visit the desk. They will ask you some questions and ask if your ears are free of wax.
Well, you know, the ear doctor I had in Indianapolis, I thought they all did it. I didn't know. And she's the one that gave me my first set of hearing aids. And when I went in there, before they would test your ears, the first thing she did, she got this tool. It's going with this kind of weird looking tool. And she would look in your ear and she would reach in there with that tool and any earwax that you didn't even know you had, she would slowly but surely scrape all that. She put this little towel over your shoulder and she would scrape all that stuff out of there and put it on there. And then she would go to do the test to make sure everything was right. I get down here and I had a hearing doctor over here at Leesburg. She's not there anymore. And I said to her, do you clean the ear out before you test me? Because I said, you know, my other doctor did. I didn't know. And she said, no. She said, if you want to do that, you'll have to go to a clinic or something and have that done. Well, right away, that just turned me off to the whole thing.
Yeah. But, you know, it's different office policy. Some do, some don't.
I'm just thinking that should be part of her job to make sure
I think at the prices they charge, yes, it should.
Yeah.
BJ Gant says, Patreon, uncut. If people don't like it, they really don't have to join. That's true.
They don't, but I don't want to make them mad because, you know, that's how I make my little extra money is right there. Yeah. I don't make hardly anything on YouTube anymore because YouTube's money, and they've changed things, by the way. I know you guys don't care, but I'm going to tell you anyway, is that they've changed the analytics again and how they're figured. And I don't know anything about that. That's a YouTube thing. Because my news used to average around 10,000 views after a week, and now we're down to 6 and 7. So something's been changed. People are, maybe they're not being notified. If you're not, double check, make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and see what happens. Because I really would like to do the news for the simple reason is I don't have to get in my car and go drive anywhere. I can sit here and I can cut it right there. And because I'm about done with this running around at every new house they build, and I was checking my what do you call it? The
analytics.
No, the file where we put like our porch setting is all in a file. Every porch setting is all in a file. People don't realize we've been doing porch setting for over 5 years. I checked last night. Over 5 years.
Well, since Deb's been gone, yeah.
And on the news, I've been doing the news. It dated back to something like 2010. Nothing like it is now. Now I think it's pretty much if I ever get the camera focusing correct, I wish I'd have never took it to North Dakota. If I ever get that straightened out, as far as I'm concerned, the news that I'm doing, it just ranks right up there with the real stuff. I think it does. It looks really good. Yeah. I just got done this morning with the news for Wednesday. Wednesday because Patreon gets it on Wednesday. YouTube will get it Friday. So, I was cutting it close. But it takes a long time.
What?
What's he doing?
I don't know. You want up here?
He might want something to drink.
Well, okay.
Or he wants to go walking.
Yeah,
that's your job.
We got like 15 minutes left, so.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
We don't have anything left. We can leave right now. Nobody can stop me.
Wiggin says ice and crab. Re-icing crab. Most snow crab is grocery store is frozen with ice attached to the crab. So you're not paying for the weight in crab, but crab and ice. Costco's was just frozen crab in the box. Okay.
I don't know the difference.
So you're getting your whole 10 pounds.
I don't know the difference at all. I do this because I've done this once. Big mistake. If you don't eat all your crab at Red Lobster and you bring it home in a little bag like they put it in, do not put the crab in a microwave to warm it up.
Well, most fish doesn't taste good.
No. Do you know why you don't put snow crab in a microwave to warm it up?
I don't know.
Because the meat inside the little claw thing shrivels up to nothing. I don't know why, but you break it open, you go like, what? There's nothing there.
Yeah. Well, you can tell me that I never ate crab legs and lobster anyhow, but.
Well, if you're going to warm it up, you got to boil the water, dump it in that, and then take it out.
And Marie says, I worked in the hearing aid department as a receptionist for a few months.
Work where?
At Costco. She worked as a receptionist in the hearing aid department.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going in there and checking it, because my hearing's getting worse. And I really don't need it to be any better, because I hear what I want to hear.
But it worries me because
I hear. I just want to make sure. I just don't want one of them things where it just turns up. I want a specific hearing aid because I had them before. I hear people. I have a hard time understanding people. And there's a difference of hearing and understanding. And the doctor I had in Indianapolis knew what that difference was. I had to go in for several tests. And then they set the frequency. You're hearing this, but remember, and then I told her that when we're at a restaurant, I can hear people behind me a lot better than I can hear the people in front of me, and we had to change all that stuff again, and it was a process. And then finally we got it to the point where it was really pretty good. It was so good that sometimes I would step in a shower and I'd forget that I had my hearing aids in, and so you had to be watching. And then some down here, I still say I know what happened, but Sue says I'm wrong. But one of my hearing aids disappeared. It just disappeared. And I have no idea where it went.
And I've not found it. So, Tom Miller said, just wanted to thank you for all the honest and transparent information in today's world that is rare. We know it could be because we're just too dumb to know any better. But yeah, you're getting the honest to God truth out of everything that we say.
I think that's the way. I'm not picking on anybody else in the nation. I always have to say that because people think that I'm spearheading, and I'm not. But I think that's just the way most Midwestern people are. We've met a lot of people from Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, a few people from Illinois, not that many, and Ohio and stuff like that. And that's the way most of them are. Some are a little quieter. Some are better articulated than I am, but mostly they just speak the truth because they don't know any other things to talk about.
Yeah.
Politics is one of them things where one side lies to the other, and the other side lies to this side, and then lawyers get involved, and we all know lawyers ain't nothing but liars. So we're going to tell you. I mean, this has been my life experience with things.
Okay.
Remember the lawyer? Remember the guy we bought the apartment from?
Yeah.
I go back to lawyers.
Yeah.
And then we ended up quiet. We sold that apartment to somebody.
You want something. What you want, baby?
Mm-hmm. You want to go in the house?
Want to go up here, Mommy?
We sold that apartment to somebody else. And the original owner sued us. Said we couldn't sell that house. Which I didn't understand at all. So we ended up going to court. I had to get a lawyer. So we ended up going to court. My lawyer's name, his last name, I think was Robbins or Robinson or something like that.
I don't know.
So we go to court. And I didn't really have much to say because it was like a closed session deal where the judge is talking to the lawyers behind them in a closed office somewhere, and then they're coming back and telling me what they've decided on, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm walking out of there. I lost the apartment. I lost any profit on the apartment. I had to pay for his attorney. I had to pay for my attorney. And that was the end of it. And later I found out, I'm talking like a year later, I found out that my lawyer and the judge were related. I'm not sure about the lawyer for the other side. Now, that's why I have a real bad opinion about lawyers and the legal system, is because I know how they can screw you and you don't even know it. Laura Lamp, I see you on here. You should be getting close to heading down here, huh? I know you said you were getting rid of some stuff, so I assume you're getting close to coming down here.
Okay. You want up here? Up here.
AirPod Pro 2. I don't even know what that is. The only thing I know what an AirPod is the things that get this works off of Bluetooth, and then you can listen to your. That's not the hearing aid I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the professional hearing aids, and they're not cheap. You're not going to buy a professional hearing aid for $600. And the ones that I see advertised all the time anymore, and if they work for you, that's great. I have no problem with it at all. But for me, I'm telling you, they're not going to work. I've been down this road. I got to have, and I don't know what else to call them, the professional, prescription only. Matter of fact, the hearing doctor has to order the hearing aid for you. They can't sell them.
Yes. And Anne Marie says, go to Costco now. You can see what they offer. You can even test out different hearing aids.
See, if I have to test them out, that tells me it's not a real hearing aid. There's no testing a hearing aid. They find out everything I need to know with the test.
But they've got it over the ear. They've got it in the ear, that kind of thing.
I don't care about any of that.
Okay.
I want to get past all this bureaucracy
well,
bullshit.
You got to get past the 80s.
I already know what kind of hearing aid I'm going to get. I'm not going to get a hearing aid with a wire that hangs out of my ear like some of them do. They say, oh, you got to get that one. That's great. What's the wire for? Well, that's so you can pull it out of your ear. Well, come on.
Well, I have heard. The only thing that bothers me, and I don't care if you can hear me or not, because I'll sign languages if I can.
What?
But what worries me is everything I've read, you have like up to a 60% chance of dementia if you have a hearing problem.
I think I'm already getting that.
And don't get it taken care of.
I think I'm starting to get that.
Well,
I mentioned it before. No, I'm not kidding. I think I am. Matter of fact, when I seen the doctor over there, he asked me, he said, you want me to send you in for a dementia test? I said, not right now, but I said, if it gets any worse, I'll let you know. Well, that doctor's no longer my doctor now. I'm on my fourth, have I said it before? My fourth doctor, and I haven't even met this guy yet.
Okay. Laura says she's having eye laser procedures in September. I have to have 3 repairs on my condo before I can go on the market. Well, we wish you luck, Laura. We know you want to be down here.
What kind of laser surgery is she having? Having cataracts taken out?
She just said having eye surgery.
They have this one laser thing. A lady at work did it. They did one eye first and then did the other eye. You know the lady, but I can't remember her name. Where she wanted to do away with glasses. And so they did one eye. It was kind of funny. All the drivers picked on her. She'd come to work. She had glasses on, her regular glasses, but one lens was taken out on one side. And we're looking at her going, you know how goofy you really look?
Well, like me, the doctor said I need to go get this one contact because I'm wearing prescription glasses, but I don't need a prescription in this eye. No.
And so why aren't we doing it? I
haven't made the appointment yet. I'm going to. I haven't had the hours to do anything.
If you just have to order a contact, what do you need an appointment for?
Because what the doctor that did the cataract surgery, he gave me a paper, said what he has, but their doctor has to look at you before they give you any contacts. It's a difference in a contact prescription and a glasses prescription.
Here, let me give you a referral because I get part of this money.
Well, that could be. I don't know, but I just haven't had time to get it done. Go try to get in the morning if I can. And Laura says, I'm having an eye laser procedure, so.
Oh, I got a super chat. No, I didn't. Never mind. I'm on the wrong page.
And Anne Marie said they let you test real hearing aids. So.
But if it's not programmed to my specific hearing loss,
that's what the doctor's for.
He can't set that. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I'm just not explaining it right.
They're going to ask you.
They can't take a hearing aid and a screwdriver and go in there and tweak it a little bit here, play that. That ain't the way it works.
They do it all by computer.
We'll see. I'll go in there and see, but I'm telling you, I got it in my head. I know I've been through this. I've been through this.
Okay.
And if they deviate from what I already know, I'm just going to be real polite and say, okay, I'll let you know. I'll get back with you. And then I'm not coming back.
Okay. My journey with the badge says, thank you for the mention on Patreon. You and Wrestler are the best. You really helped me grow the channel. Well, good. We hope you're doing good with it. I thought it was really interesting.
Well, people always asking me about any other members I have on Patreon that's got YouTube channels. Well, to be honest with you, I knew of a couple. But when I really got to researching it, and I forgot one, I didn't know Brad Shea had a YouTube channel. Did you know that? He never told anybody.
No, I did not know that.
I didn't either. But so he's not on there. But anyway, I did about everybody and kind of talked about what each one of their channels was, including Jose's, what they're doing, and so on and so forth. You pick out what you may want to watch, and I put a link in the description box of each and every one of those channels. And then I got an email from Brad saying he really appreciated it. Well, no, it wasn't an email. It came on Patreon. He said, do you mind if I put my YouTube channel on here? And I thought, oh, I had no idea you had one, right? I put it on there.
Yeah. Okay. Anne-Marie says, seriously, it's a process. It generally takes about 4 to 5 months to get it right, and it's painless.
That's true.
It takes time to manufacture and fit and test. Patience.
Well, most of what I can remember, it was all about testing me, checking and retesting. After you got the hearing aid, come back, set it, testing, retesting again. I mean, every time I went in the room, we'd go in this soundproof room, which you've been from hearing aid companies, you know what I'm talking about. She'd get her computer out because everything on the hearing aid, I guess, was Bluetooth, I guess. Because she started typing on that computer, and I could actually feel the hearing aids moving. That's how I mean, you could feel it. And then she would do things, and then she would, I don't know, make noises, and so, do you hear this? Do you hear that? And blah, blah, blah. And finally, after about 6 months of all these different tests, and I would do these tests either usually on the way to work. I'd leave early, go in there, and then go to work. Mm-hmm. And we finally got to where it was right, to the point where I set them up to suit me. One click over here meant this. One click over here meant that. And it was working pretty good. Because in a truck, I had to really turn them way down, because semi-trucks, if you're not used to it, they're very noisy. And if anything, if you leave them turned up, they'll cause more ear damage. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing she told me was, do not roll the window down while I'm driving. And that's a bad habit that truck drivers get into. You're driving down the road, you crack this window this far, because we're all taught that fresh air helps keep you awake. That's what we're always taught. And it's a habit. And she said, don't do that, because what it does, you're going to think I'm lying, and I'm not. That noise constantly hissing by this ear, not this ear, the brain, in order to protect this ear, and this is the problem I had, the brain will shut this ear off or turn it down to the point where it's not causing damage. And we had to overcome that once she diagnosed that. So when I got my first set of hearing aids, before we did any other kind of testing, we got all that done. I got my first set of hearing aids, quiet. And then I went back in the second time to talk to her, buddy, to check things. She said, well, how you doing so far? I said, I don't think I'm doing real good. These things ain't right. She said, what's the matter? I said, everybody I talk to's got a lisp. And I told Sue that. I said, why are you talking that way? And she said, well, like what way? Here's what I heard. What way are you talking about? I mean, it was just a mumble lisp. I said, it's not right. I take them out sometimes just so I can hear people or understand them. She said, no, leave them in as long as you can. She said, that's a good sign. I said, I mean, it's a good sign. She said, it shows me that they're working. They're waking your brain up. And your brain is calculating what it is you're trying to hear. She said, let's leave them in there as long as you can, as long as you can stand it. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks to see how it's going. Well, it took a while, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. And I didn't even really realize that, because it was such a gradual thing, that one day I was just telling Sue, I said, you know what? Nobody's got a lisp anymore.
Finally, he can hear. But, you know, Anne-Marie says, with one of the new hearing aids, can be controlled by an app on your phone. New technology.
Oh, God,
Yes.
another app.
Well, I've watched Linda use hers.
Listen, there's two things I'm getting sick of real quick. I'm getting sick of apps, and I'm getting sick of plastic
Well,
cards.
then do it the old hard
How many
way.
plastic cards do you got? I'll tell you, you got so many plastic cards in your purse, you can't even get them in your purse anymore. They're rubber band together.
Well, I could have them on my phone, but I don't.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if it was if it was a store I went to a lot, I'd have an app. I don't mind that. But the idea of having an app, you get an app to change your TV channel. You can get an app to tie your shoes. You can get an app
And that's why the ones for the hearing aid is, you could turn it down, you could turn it up, you could turn off the background, that kind of stuff.
There's a guy advertising an app right now. It says, "Do you know how you sleep at night?" I think, yeah, in bed. He said, "Do you ever wonder why you wake up tired?"
I know.
He said, "Here's an app. You leave your phone on late to the bed." And he said, and the next day it'll record all your movements. Are you stop breathing? How many breaths per hour? It even records your farts. That's what it said.
Oh my God! Yeah,
I'm thinking to myself, do I really need this?
Yeah, Jerry Bell says, so Skip's brain is shutting down. Yeah, I think so. He was lost with half a brain anyhow. And John Miller says, money's exactly right. Doctors refer other doctors to keep that money stream flowing.
They do. It's all a little group. It's all a little conspiracy.
Yeah.
Here, let me give you a referral. That referral means he gets money.
Yep. So, but.
And I'm not against it so much because to be quite honest with you and just be open, honest like we always are. What's the window company we worked with for a long time? Window World. They came here on Christmas and did.
Oh, custom windows.
Custom windows. The reason why we always tell people, if you go to Custom Windows, get any kind of work done, tell them that we sent you, is because if you don't tell them we sent you, we don't get a residual. They send us a referral check. It's not a lot. Usually it's like $50 on an average. If you get a big job, then I think they do up at the 100 once in a while.
Yeah.
And we haven't had one of them in a long time. But if you do decide to do that, let me just say here right now, tell them that Skip and Sue sent you. George needs the money.
They've always been good to us, and they're very reliable. We've never had a problem with them, and so we always send people there.
It's like Nova Filters. They've been sponsoring us for many years, Before any of these other YouTubers were here, they were sponsoring our video. And they don't pay us anything, but what we do get in a deal is that on an average, once every 6 months or so, they come out and change our filters, and they don't charge us for it. And that's my payment for advertising for them.
BJ says, if you get a super chat, will you sing a song? Sing the song? And are you talking about the Don't Leave Your Keys in the Golf Cart song?
No, I think they're talking about the super chat song we did on W Now. I had it on the box.
Oh,
whenever we got a
I don't
super
even
chat.
remember it.
I can't do that out here.
Okay. Well, I think we're at the 2 o'clock mark, so I got a couple things here to remind you of, and then I think we'll get out of here. Go in somewhere cool. This weekend is the free access to the Appleton Museum of Art. It's the first Saturday of each month, and they're waiving admission to the museum in Ocala. Presentations at 11 and 2. It's at 4333 East Silver Springs Boulevard. And I think I might go up there because I'd kind of like to see that. Linda mentioned something about that too. And they have an RV show going on at the Equestrian Center this weekend too.
I think RV sales are way down right now from everything I'm getting.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't know if it can be gas prices because they're way down. Sure.
The campgrounds are getting pretty crowded.
Here's what I think. RVs companies are getting like a lot of other companies. They're starting to ceiling out. They keep raising the prices. I think they would try to see how high can we go. Who pays $250,000 for a van? Well, by God, they got them.
Oh, yeah. Thursday is Thirsty Thursday at Sawgrass Grove. Trivia at 2 p.m. The 29th is College Color Day at Lake Sumter, 2 to 8. It's free, and the final count winner will be announced then between 2 and 8. So go down and take a look. Even if you're not in it this year, take a look. You might want to meet your alumni and see if you want to get in it next year. The Village Vets will have a car show from 5 to 9 in Lake Sumter Landing on September the 5th. On September 8th at Brownwood, the Village Convertible Club. You go to Villages Entertainment car shows for the full schedule. There'll also be a fused glass sale at Rohan Rec Center Saturday the 6th from 1 to 4 p.m. And this is something that might be interesting. I thought it was. The Vaudeville Variety Show at the Sharon. There'll be acrobats, juggling, sword swallowers. That's September 6th, $25 and up. That goes to benefit, I think it's for the veterans. Not sure which group of veterans, but it goes to the veterans. But I think a vaudeville show would be kind of cool. And I think that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Oh, if we're
Have a
still
great day.
alive. I mean,
I won't.
she may have to get, what do you call it, bank thing, POD? Pay on death?
Payable
She may have a pay on death next week.
Okay. See ya. Goodbye, buddy.